Well, on the African scene, we'll look at North Africa. North African states have seen an uptick in the number of migrants arriving and risking the perilous Mediterranean crossing to southern Europe since a military coup in Niger severed cooperations between the West African nation and the EU. Migration emanating from the Sahel, a belt of nations stretching from Mali in the west to Sudan in the east, has had major repercussions for Arab countries, including Libya and Algeria, where gangs of smugglers are exploiting the crisis in these regions.
East Africa, Kenya paid 17 million for Somali security mission. Kenya has received 2.5 million, that's $17 million in the past 5 years for its contribution to the Somali peacekeeping mission, now known as the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, whose mandate is set to end in December next year. Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Douali told Parliament this week that the money was sent to the National Treasury in tranches of $3.3 million annually.
Well, worthy to note, in October 2011, Kenya Defense Forces moved into Somalia to pursue al-Shabaab following a series of kidnappings along the Kenya-Somalia border. And in South Africa, the 2023 CIGRE Southern African Regional Conference will be held from 24th to 27th October 2023, this month, at the CSIR International Convention Center in Pretoria. The conference is the biennial discussion forum organized by the CIGRE Southern Africa Committee for members, associates, and experts from Africa and developing economies.
The conference theme, Power System Technologies for Sustainable Growth in Africa, with focus on the following subjects: ensuring grid resilience and infrastructure readiness in the South African region, resulting from effects of global climate change and decarbonization, managing power system in a pandemic or global event, new innovations or improvements to existing power systems, equipment systems control and automation, telecommunications, impact of digital transformation on Southern African power system, which talks about cybersecurity, digital twins, Internet of Things, ensuring energy security, considering entire value chain, that is generation, conventional renewable storage, transmission, distribution, including microgrids and distributed energy resources, ensuring social and environmental sustainability of the rapidly evolving power system.
Well, for tonight on the African scene, our main focus will be on Gabon. In West Africa, Gabon's coup leader Nguema appoints new parliament, military, and police chiefs joined forces on August 30th to carry out a bloodless coup widely backed by politicians, civil societies, and the public in general after more than years of 55 years of rule by the Bongo family. The new regime has pledged to hold free elections and hand power back to civilians at a date due to be agreed at a national dialogue.
The military said it hopes elections will take place between April and June 2024, and the name of the transitional head of state, a regime spokesman, read out on national television the 98 names of new parliament members, including opposition party figures and some who supported ousted President Ali Bongo Odimba.
Well, the military had already set up a civilian government transition period led by Raymond Undong Sima as prime minister, who had previously served as prime minister before becoming a leading opposition politician under Bongo. The government has to work with a national transition council made up of army officers who have the same portfolios as the ministers. Under Bongo, the parliament had legislative powers but were reduced to rubber stamping the ruling party's policies.
Ali Bongo, who took over when his father Omar died in 2009 after nearly 42 years in power, was moments after declared the winner in the disputed August elections, Bongo abruptly overthrown. Many saw it as an action of liberation from the Bongo dynasty and has left a small fraction of the 2.3 million population of the oil-rich nation living opulently, while a third survives below the poverty line.